working now. I apologize. The sound should have been working. I used a different microphone, so sound should have been working earlier, but don't think it was. Let's see. Yes. Hi, Merlith. Seems to be working normally now. Yes. Hi, Merlith. How are you today, Merlith? Apologize if you tuned into the yoga about an hour ago and there was no sound. But now the sound is working. I'm about to teach a Tai Chi class. So I should have a couple of live students. So I'll be live streaming that class as well. So if you want to hang out and practice some Tai Chi is a little different from yoga. It's a very gentle, slow-paced martial art. It's about meditative movement. It's about healing and putting our brain in our body, and it's rest, digest, and repair mode. So there's different ways of doing that. So we'll be doing meditation, a little breath work, some movement, some self-massage, and I'll teach you a 5 form. So if you're interested in sticking around and practicing Tai Chi while I teach some live students, please do. But I do apologize for the last stream that there was no sound. This class is going to start in just about, what was that squatting position you did at the end? I don't think I did it right. This is called yogi squat. So this is called yogi squat Malasana. And I was teaching my students all about the health benefits of this pose. This can really help release tension and the hips, and it's good for digestion. So there's a lot of health benefits to this particular pose, but yeah, I would say take your time with it. No need to rush. No need to go as deep as I do in poses. If you're following along from home, it's really important to listen to your body and honor any modifications that your body is telling you it needs. But that was what that pose was called. It was called yogi squat / Malasana. But yeah, so I'll be starting this Tai Chi. Oh, well, that's good. You know, that's how gardeners used to garden. When back in the day, this was like a really health position to garden in, because it's not too hard on the knees. And you're not, if you're leaning over all the time and you're gardening, that can put strain on the lower back. So, by the way, Merlith, we're going to have to move our Star Trek stream to Wednesday night, but you'll get that notification soon, just FYI. But yeah, anyone watching, if you want to stick around and practice some Tai Chi, we'll get started in just about 10 minutes. So I have to make a quick phone call. So I will be right back. Feel free to get set up, get hydrated, and I'll start the Tai Chi class in just about 10 minutes. Right, y'all still there? I'll be back in just a few minutes if you want to take a break. like a fun day, nice relaxing day.
Yeah. Let's see, I need a mat and just a couple of square holes.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Pam, right?
Yes.
I'm Bev.
Nice to meet you. Have you taken Tai Chi before?
This is my first time.
Cool, well, I'm happy to have you. Have you practiced yoga?
Yes, I've been coming to the studio for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Have
Okay.
some classes with Stacy.
Oh, great.
But so let me jump in and try.
Yes, Tai Chi is a little different. It's sort of like the Chinese version of yoga in some ways. This is how I look at it. Feel free to place a mat anywhere. Small class today. We're just doing one virtual and then YouTube live. So feel free to place your mat anywhere.
I bet I'm Sean.
What do I need for
So feel free to grab a blanket, bolster if you'd like. So we're going to start with some grounding, centering meditation. So we're going to be still for like the first 5 to 10 minutes. So for that part, you might want to just get really comfortable. So whatever you need to be comfortable, a pillow, a blanket. You can also lean up against the wall if you'd like. Okay. You can lean up against the wall, or you can just lie down.
sounds good?
Alright, I like your shirt, Wild Dreamer. But yeah, so Tai Chi is an ancient practice. It originated as Qigong in China. So over 1,000 years ago, yoga started to form in India, and around the same time, Qigong started to originate in China. So you've heard of this concept called prana, life force in yoga. Qi is essentially our life force, our oxygen. And if you think about, as human beings, we all have this natural ability to self-heal. That's why if we get a cut, our skin heals eventually, if we treat it right? That's why we can recover from broken bones. That's why we have an immune system. So it is within our nature to self-heal. But in order to do that, our nervous system and our minds need to be in a certain state. So that's really the point of Tai Chi practice, is to put our brain and our body and our rest, digest, and healing mode. So there's various ways of doing that. So you can do that with meditation, with breath work, and with movement. So typically I include some meditation, some breath work, some self-massage. That's really big in Chinese medicine. So a lot of what we do in this practice relates to Chinese medicine. So we'll do a little self-massage, and then if we have time, I'll teach you 5 basic Tai Chi forms. So 5 movements. And that part is almost like a slow meditative dance. So it's very slow and gentle. It's not like an active practice.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, I'm excited you're here. So we're going to start with just the meditation and breath work. So for that, you're welcome to just lie flat on the mat if that feels good. You're welcome to use any props that feel good to you. Just take a moment to settle in. Close your eyes, giving yourself permission to relax. Let go of anything that happened earlier today. Let go of anything that may happen later, arriving here. And as you settle into your body, settle into this time, this space. Bring your awareness to your breath and notice how your breath feels. Don't worry about trying to control the breath or alter the breath or change the breath in any way. For now, simply observe the breath, noticing the quality of your inhale and observing the quality of your exhale. Notice if your breath feels fast or slow. Notice if your breath feels shallow or deep. Maybe it feels smooth or choppy. Oftentimes, as soon as we bring our attention to the breath, the tendency is to change it. So see if you can practice the art of simply observing the breath, resisting that tendency to change it or to alter it, just inviting the mind to ride the wave of your breath. Notice the rise and fall of the chest, the expansion and contraction of the belly. Notice if you're naturally breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Notice what feels natural for you. And after checking in with your breathing pattern, take a moment, check in with your body. Scan from your head to your toes and notice all physical sensations in the body as you scan from your head to your toes. After that body scan, I invite you to take a moment, turn inward, silently acknowledge and accept how you're feeling mentally and emotionally today. Let go of any notion of how you think you should feel or how you would like to feel, and give yourself permission to honor and accept how you do feel in the mind and in the heart. So notice any thoughts in the mind. Notice if your mind is dwelling somewhere in the past or projecting into the future. Notice if you're reflecting on something that may have happened earlier today, a week ago, long ago. Is your mind projecting into the future to your to-do list, your plans? Or is it easy for you to focus all your awareness in this moment? And after checking in with your thoughts, take a moment, check in with your emotions. Give yourself permission to honor and accept any and all emotions you might be processing today. And remember, there's never a right or wrong way to feel. Honoring and accepting any and all emotions you might be processing without judging them as good or bad. Just notice what comes up for you and welcome your emotions as if they were friends. And after checking in with your breath, your body, your mind, your heart, I invite you to gently place one hand over the heart, one hand over the navel. Take a moment and honor yourself for showing up to this ancient practice to refine the body, mind, and spirit for your sake and for all the beings that you impact. And when you're ready, I invite you to join me for 3 deep cleansing breaths. Take a deep breath in, fill up the belly first, feel the pressure of the hand on the navel, then fill up the ribs and chest. Feel the pressure of the hand on the chest. Pause, hold your breath at the top, then open the mouth, slowly sigh out. Think of releasing all physical tension. Second time, take a deeper breath in, expand more through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pause, hold your breath. Open the mouth, slowly sigh out. Think of releasing all emotional tension. Third time, take an even deeper breath in, expand more through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pause, hold your breath. See if you can sniff in a little more air at the top. Then open the mouth, slowly sigh out. This time, think of releasing any mental stress, letting go of any distracting thoughts. Close the lips and gently constrict the throat now. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a longer exhale through the nose. One more like that. Deep breath in through the nose. Slower exhale through the nose. Now notice if breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth feels better for you. And you can decide if you want to breathe in and out through the nose only, or if it feels better to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Most importantly, we're going to practice bringing all our attention, all our awareness to counting the seconds of our breath, to make sure our exhales are a little longer than our inhales. For it's those long, slow exhalations that tell the nervous system to relax. It's those long, slow exhalations that tell the body to restore and the mind to calm and focus. So I'm going to guide you for just a few rounds of counting the seconds of the breath. And just do the best you can. See if you can practice inhaling to the count of 5, holding for 4, exhaling to 7, holding for 4. So that's what we'll start with. So when you're ready, empty out all your air completely. Then take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if it's difficult for you to inhale to 5 and exhale to 7, maybe just inhale to 3 and exhale to 5. Or if you can sustain longer breaths, perhaps inhale to 7 and exhale to 10 and so forth. Most importantly, making sure your exhales are longer than your inhales. And I'm about to be silent for just about a minute. Now, as we do this practice, bringing all our attention to counting the seconds of the breath, you may start to notice your body feel a little more relaxed. You may start to notice your thoughts slow down and quiet down. Or you may feel a lot of inner resistance to this practice of stillness. In this fast-paced modern world, it's quite common to feel inner resistance to stillness. So if you feel restlessness, agitation, boredom, know that those feelings are normal. And you'll likely have thoughts interrupt your concentration. Welcome to being human. I think, therefore I am. So whenever a thought arises, see if you can simply observe that thought without judging that thought as good or bad, without attaching any stories to that thought, and without identifying with that thought. See if you can simply observe that thought like a cloud passing by, and then gently put the thought aside on a shelf for now. Don't worry, those thoughts will come back. Maybe remind the thoughts to revisit after this practice is over. And as you put the thought aside, gently bring all your attention, all your awareness back to counting the seconds of your breath. And I'll be silent for just 70 seconds as we practice quieting the chatter of the mind into stillness. Notice if quieting the mind and focusing on the breath may or may not be a challenging part of your practice today. And before we connect breath to movement, if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, perhaps in the form of an affirmation or a mantra, now's an opportunity to ask yourself, why did you show up today? What's something specific you would like to get out of this practice? And here's a quote for inspiration. In Tai Chi, every movement begins with intention, guided by breath, and rooted in presence. It's not about doing more, but about doing less with greater awareness. The softness of Tai Chi is not weakness. It is strength refined. Like the bamboo, we are flexible yet unbreakable when rooted deeply and flowing freely. So perhaps said an affirmation or a mantra related to these words. I am present, I am rooted, I am strong, I am soft. Any quality you would like to call in for the next 3 breaths, I invite you to silently recite any mantra that's meaningful for you today, 3 times for the next 3 deep breaths. Gently wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, maybe circle the wrists, rock your head. Take your time to stretch, and take your time to slowly and gently make your way up to a standing position. No need to rush. In Tai Chi, we always want to invite a little more stillness and a little more softness than effort. So we want to invite a little more ease than effort. So that goes with the way that we stand. So obviously it takes some effort to stand, but you want to invite a little more softness than rigid movement. So you can stand with your feet about mat width apart. If it feels better to rotate the toes out, if that's easier on the knees, that's fine. Think of softening through the knees. Think of slightly tucking in the tailbone just to create a little length in the spine, a little more space in the spine. So slightly tuck in the tailbone, and then relax the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Lifting through the crown of the head. We're going to practice just some gentle movements to start. This is called the vitality method. So take a deep breath in, palms rise about shoulder height. And as you exhale, flip the palms, lower your hands by your hips. And so it's like a gentle press. So you're gently pressing your palms towards the earth. Keeping the knees a little soft, tailbone tucked, just relax the shoulders. Inhale, palms rise about shoulder height. Exhale, flip the palms, lower your hands by your hips, pressing down to the earth. And that's it. And so let's just practice some more. Inhale, palms rise. Exhale, flip the palms, lower your hands by your hips. Taking it nice and slow, practicing the art of synchronizing your breath to your movement. So giving yourself permission to slow down in what's often a very fast-paced world. Now every time the palms open, many practitioners like to think of opening up to infinite intelligence, source energy, divinity, spirituality, all that exists beyond the physical. And every time you lower your hands, connecting to the earth, maybe think of grounding your energy to this physical world. So balancing the spiritual and physical forces within us, so to speak. So if that idea resonates with you, that's something you can think about. Inhale as you open the palms, and exhale, lower your palms facing the earth. An option to close the eyes, or another option here is to soften the gaze. And what that means is just relaxing the eyes. So if you're not comfortable closing them, imagine you're looking at the air in front of you. So you're softening the gaze. Now the next time you lift your palms, opening up towards the sky, think of shifting more weight to the balls of the feet. And then the next time you lower your palms facing the earth, think of rocking back towards the heels. So inhale as you rock a little forward, and exhale as you rock a little back. So just bringing awareness to your feet. Maybe think of sending your feet some gratitude for supporting your body every day. And maybe even visualize roots extending out of your feet, grounding you to this physical world. Maybe visualize light traveling out the crown of your head, connecting you to everything that's beyond the physical, the metaphysical. So whatever you'd like to call it, infinite intelligence, source energy, divinity, spirituality, as you visualize this light traveling out the crown of the head and roots extending out of your feet simultaneously. And now the next time you rotate forward, maybe challenge the balance. See if you can lift the heels. And as you exhale, see if you can lower your heels slowly down to the earth. So that's quite a balance challenge. Inhale as you lift the heels. Exhale as you lower. It's actually a lot harder than it looks. Nice and slow and gentle. Great. So you're welcome to remove your mats. We don't really need the mats. You're also welcome to slide any props out of the way. We're not going to use those props. You're welcome to take your socks off. Socks can be slippery, so just don't want you to slip. So now we're just going to practice some side body stretching. So I'm going to turn around just so we don't confuse left and right. Pretty simple. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, let this right arm get heavier and heavier as you lean to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Let this left arm get heavier and heavier as you lean to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, side stretch. You're just practicing the art of kind of letting go. So when you draw your right ear to your right shoulder, you're relaxing your head and you're relaxing your right arm. Left ear to left shoulder, relax the head, relax the left arm. So you should feel a lot of tension release in the neck and a nice stretch in the lateral line of the body. And if you want to incorporate the arms, the next time you lean to the right, reach the left arm up overhead, right arm underneath. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left. Right arm reaches up and overhead, left arm underneath. And practice a few more. Again, always synchronizing breath to movement, slowing down the breath, slowing down the movement. Moving like water should feel good. Great, and you're welcome to keep this up. Now if you want to incorporate the lower body some more, the next, you want to toe heel your feet about mat width apart, I didn't mean that width apart. Toe heel your feet about a leg length apart. Toes in, heels out. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale as you do your side stretch to the right. Rotate the right toes to the right. And lunge your right knee over the ankle as you reach the left arm up overhead. So it's like a side angle in yoga. Inhale, center. Exhale, right toes in, left toes out. Lunge the left knee over the ankle as you side stretch. So we're just practicing some side lunges. Inhale, center. Exhale, side stretch, side lunge. Inhale, center. Exhale, side stretch, side lunge. And practice a few more rounds like this, finding your own pace, your own rhythm. Getting more into the hips. Yeah, make sure you're rotating the toes out for your side lunge to protect the knees. Great, and now we're going to do what's called forward and back bending. So after opening up the lateral lines of the body, we're going to open up the front and back lines of the body. So toe heel your feet together for this one. We're going to take a deep breath in, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press the hips forward, open the chest, and as you exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, round the spine, make fists with your hands, squeeze your arms together, squeeze your legs together, squeeze your fists together, tuck the chin in, bend the knees, and sink the hips. Now, once you've emptied out all your air, inhale, come all the way back up. So inhale as you expand, filling up the lungs, baby back bend. So you're pressing the hips forward, opening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. Then exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, squeeze your fists together, squeeze your arms together, making a little ball, tucking in the chin, really squeezing the legs together, sinking the hips. Inhale as you expand. Exhale as you contract. Tensing up the muscles, tight, tight, tight. Inhale as you expand. Exhale as you contract, consciously tensing up the muscles. Practice a few more. The more you sink the hips, the more you'll tone the legs here. This one is great for the lymphatic system. Cultivating that brain-body connection here, consciously tensing and then relaxing the muscles. And the next time you do your forward fold, widen the feet, toe heel the feet wide, and then straighten the legs a little more, but without locking the knees, and just relax in what's called waterfall pose in Tai Chi. Relax the shoulders, relax the head, maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no, maybe shake your arms. And again, the knees you don't need to lock the knees here. Straightening the legs is to the point of a stretch. You want to feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings, decompressing the spine. This should feel good. And as you breathe into waterfall pose, maybe imagine any stress you might have been carrying to just roll off your back. And maybe think of your favorite waterfall. Think of a waterfall you've seen before in your mind's eye. Anytime we visualize imagery in our mind, that helps activate alpha patterns in the brain. So it puts our brain in our rest, repair, meditative mode. Take another big breath in, bend the knees a lot. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly with control, keeping the knees bent, curl up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. No need to rush. Nice and slow. Good job. Alright, so now take a few shoulder circles here, just kind of circling the shoulders a few times, letting out any lingering tension in the shoulders. And now we're going to rub our hands together. And as we do this, keep taking nice deep breaths in, long breaths out, and perhaps close the eyes. And bring your awareness back to this concept of chi. And remember, there's nothing mystical or magical about chi. All chi is our natural healing life force energy. We have this natural healing mechanism built within us. So think of harnessing this natural self-healing energy between your palms. Harnessing our life force, our chi, between our palms. Notice the friction between your palms. Bring your awareness to the sensations between your palms. Notice the heat between your palms, the kinetic energy. Take a couple more deep breaths in, long breaths out. And when you're ready, open your palms in front of your heart. Now visualize chi as a bright white orb of glowing light between your palms. Imagine you're holding this beautiful white ball of chi, this orb of light. Then take a deep breath in, open your palms a little wider. Imagine you're expanding this ball of light. And as you exhale, bring your palms closer together. Really visualize this ball of light getting smaller, contracting. Inhale as you expand this ball of chi. Exhale as you contract. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed here. And just practice a few more rounds, finding your own pace, your own rhythm. If you're new to visualizing imagery in your mind's eye, this practice can be quite challenging. So be patient with yourself as you really try to see this ball of light expanding and contracting between your palms. You may start to notice subtle sensations between the palms. You may feel tingles between your palms. You may feel a magnetic pull. Or you may not feel like much of anything right away. And that's okay. It takes time to sense this subtle energy. Take a deep breath in, bring your ball of chi up above the crown of your head, and as you exhale, visualize pouring this healing white light into the crown of your head as you lower your fingertips onto the skull, really pouring this healing light. And now we're going to practice a little self-massage. So take your fingers and we're going to tap all over the skull. And then rub your fingers all over the scalp, giving your scalp a self-massage. This is a great way to activate the vagus nerve and the parasympathetic nervous system, massaging the scalp. So don't be worried about messing up hair. No one's judging. This should feel good. So really massaging the scalp. Anytime you're stressed throughout the day, if you can just take even 60 seconds and give your scalp a little self-massage, it can help reset your nervous system. And then take your fingertips on the top of your forehead. Just tap the forehead and then massage the forehead, massaging tension from your eyebrows, from your forehead. And then make your way to your temples. Draw circles around the temples. And open your mouth really, really wide and massage your jaw. You can take the heels of the hands. If you really want a big jaw massage, use the heels of your hands, especially that area near the ear, just below the cheekbone, that can get really tense. You might be surprised by how much tension you have in the jaw. Good. we relax our jaw and our facial muscles, that sends signals to the rest of the body to soften and relax. Then rub your fingers down your neck. And then make your way to your ears. So we're going to massage the whole surface area of your ears. So you may have heard of this concept called woo-saw, where sometimes people rub their earlobes and they say woo-saw. So there's science behind that. We have a lot of pressure points in the ears. So you cover the whole surface area of the ear, especially like that little flap above the earlobe. That can connect to the vagus nerve. So that's what activates our parasympathetic nervous system. So we get out of fight and flight mode, which is our sympathetic nervous system, and into our rest, digest, and repair mode, our parasympathetic. Great. And then gently tap out the chest. And maybe think of tapping out any emotional stress you might be carrying, like Tarzan. And then cross your right arm over the chest. Take your right fingertips and just push them into any tense spaces behind your left shoulder blade, or just squeeze the trapezius. We hold a lot of tension here. So this is a common place where a lot of us hold tension, so just kind of massage that away. And as you do this, maybe draw some circles with this left arm. Continue to take deep, slow breaths throughout the whole practice. And then cross the left arm over the chest. Take your left hand and gently press into any tense spots. You'll know it when you find it. Any tension, push the fingertips into that. And just tell the body to relax there. Maybe squeeze the trapezius a little bit. And then if it feels good, circle the right arm in one direction and the other way. Great, and now we're going to do some more tapping. So take the right hand, tap the left shoulder, go all the way down the arm, flip the palm, give yourself a round of applause, and all the way up the inside, and then punch the left arm. So there's a method to this madness. We have a lot of lymph nodes here. So this stimulates the lymphatic system, which supports the immune system. Everything's connected. And then we'll switch sides, tap the right shoulder, go all the way down the arm, to the top of the hand. Give yourself an applause, come all the way up the inside, and then punch the right armpit, getting those lymph nodes, stimulating the lymphatic system. Great, then roll the shoulders back and down. Take your hands to your lower back, fingers face down, drawing the elbows back towards each other. Close the eyes and go back to this powerful visualization. Really visualize white, healing light traveling from your palms, entering your kidneys, delivering chi to your kidneys. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And then gently bring your hands around to your navel, left hand over right, and draw circles around the navel, massaging the abdomen. Relax the shoulders. Deep breaths in. Long breaths out. And then draw circles the other way, massaging the abdomen. Allowing the belly to be soft. Take the left hand over the heart, the right hand over the navel, close the eyes. Visualize healing light traveling from your palms into your heart, into your stomach, delivering chi to your vital organs. Take a deep breath in, and a longer breath out. And now we're going to karate chop our hip creases, which is another place we have a lot of lymph nodes. And now we're going to take our fists and we're going to punch our glutes, so releasing tension in the hips, kind of punching yourself in the butt, literally. And then travel down the backs of the legs as you forward fold. So just kind of keep lightly tapping all the muscles down the backs of the legs, and then shift to one leg. So covering the whole surface area. So this is just a way to tap out stress, tap out tension, releasing tension and stimulating blood flow and circulation. Think of tapping out stagnant energy. So letting go of any energy that's not serving you. And then when you're ready, just switch to the other leg. Just covering the whole surface area. Tapping out stress, tapping out tension, stimulating blood flow, circulation. And now I invite you to close your eyes, tune into the body, and then move in any way that feels good to you. So this is called spontaneous qigong, otherwise known as dancing in chaos. So you can think of this as like a dance if you want. You can listen to the gentle movement. You can do anything that calls to you. So you can shake out your arms, shake out your legs. You can stretch. I'll show you blithering. Can't really explain it with words. Blithering is this. I invite you to try it at least once. Big breath in. And as you exhale, good. That usually makes people laugh, and laughter is healing. Laughter is good. Laughter releases stress. So you don't have to take this practice super seriously. Just think of kind of inviting a little playfulness here. Feel free to be weird, goofy, no one's judging. This is just kind of about tuning into the body and moving in any way that feels good. To kind of shake out stress, let go of tension. You can dance, you can punch the air, kick the air, let out aggression, you can do push-ups, jumping jacks. Twists might feel good. So it's not about what I say, it's about what your body needs. So listen to your body for now. Feel free to use the whole space. And then when you're ready, take your time. Slowly, slowly simmer down to stillness. Close the eyes. And just notice how you're feeling so far in the practice. Maybe you feel a little lighter, a little more at ease. Maybe you feel something else. Just noticing how you're feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, without judgment. And remember that intention, that mantra you said at the beginning of practice. Now we're going to transition to that 5-form sequence. This is very much like a slow meditative dance. So just like in yoga, it's good to have a clear intention, something specific. It can be physical, mobility, coordination, flexibility, strength. It can be something a little deeper, clarity of mind, peace of mind. Just be intentional about what you want out of the practice. And we're going to start with what's called opening the Tai Chi. So remember, knees soft, slight tuck of the tailbone, shoulders back and down, rooting through the heels, lifting through the crown. And all you're going to do is step to the left, take a big breath in, palms rise about shoulder height. And then as you exhale, step to the left. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Toe heel the left foot. And gently press your palms down to the earth by the hips. Knees are soft. So that's the first step. Okay, so we'll practice it a couple times. Big breath in, arms float up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Toe heel the left foot to the left. And then gently press the palms down. Knees are bent here. Bending the knees. Yes. All right, we'll do it one more time. Big breath in. And breathe out. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Toe heel the left foot, press down. That's called opening the Tai Chi. And next we're going to gather Chi. So bring your right hand under the left by the hip and visualize Chi as as that ball of light. Really see this light. Imagine you're holding this light by the hip. The first form we're going to do today is called harmonizing yin and yang. Symbolically, this is about balancing masculine and feminine energy, balancing action and passiveness, just overall balance. So when you think about what harmonizing yin and yang means, it helps you remember the movement. So it's a balance. So we're going to do the arms first, and then we'll do the feet. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. Imagine your right hand's throwing a frisbee. And you're just going to bring your right hand about shoulder height, opening your palm up to the sky, while the left hand pushes down to the earth. So one arm, one palm opens, the other palm presses down to the earth. Then take a deep breath in as you gather chi. So if you were catching a ball, the easiest way to do it from here would just be to naturally bring the bottom hand underneath the bottom still, catch the ball, gather chi, and then we're just going to switch. So the left hand throws an imaginary frisbee, and then the top hand just presses down to the earth. So breathe in as you gather chi, and then breathe out as you harmonize. Breathe in as you gather chi. Visualize the light. So remember, if we were catching a ball, the easiest way to do it would just be to naturally keep the bottom hand, and then the top hand pushes down, and then the bottom hand throws the frisbee. Breathe in as you gather chi, and then breathe out as you harmonize. Breathe in as you gather. Bottom hand stays on the bottom. That's it. And then breathe out as you harmonize. Breathe in as you gather. Bottom hand stays on the bottom. Yes. And then the top hand just pushes down, and the bottom hand throws a frisbee. Yeah. So breathe in as you gather. You got it. That's it. Nope. So when you gather chi, the top hand just flips over, and then the bottom hand just comes underneath. So really see the ball of light. When you really see the ball of light, it'll help your form. So catch the ball, and then throw the frisbee. Breathe in as you gather. Exhale as you harmonize. So remember, the top hand opens up, while the other hand pushes down. Breathe in as you gather chi. See the light. You're catching a ball, right? So when you really imagine the ball, your hands will be in the, yes. Breathe in as you gather. Exhale as you harmonize. Breathe in as you gather. See the ball. See the ball of light. So if you were catching a ball of light, your hands wouldn't be like this, right? Because otherwise, where's the ball? It fell. So really imagine there's a ball of light. Yes, and then your hands will be in the right position. So take a big breath in, and then breathe out, harmonize. So the top hand just pushes down, and the bottom hand throws an imaginary frisbee. So you're on the wrong side. No, okay. So you want so if you're on the right, that means your right hand is above the left. Yes. So the top hand pushes down, and the bottom hand throws the frisbee. Now if you're on the left side, the left hand is on top. So inhale as you gather, and then exhale as you harmonize. Yes. That's it. Keep going. So breathe in as you gather. Catch the ball. That's right. That's it. See the ball. Exhale as you harmonize. The top hand pushes down, the bottom hand. Breathe in as you gather. That's it. And then exhale as you harmonize. Cool. So you have the gist of the arms. So take a few steps back just so you have plenty of space. We're going to practice the legs. So you can just relax the arms for now. Now the legs are basically like we're going for a walk, but it's small, small, small steps. and it's a little swivel step. So this is sort of like a little version of a swivel kick. So we're just doing a little swivel step, mostly to the side, and just one footprint. So you can relax your arms unless you're ready to use them. So from opening the Tai Chi, big breath in, exhale, toe heel the left foot to the left. Now you're going to shift your weight to your left foot, deep breath in, and then exhale, you're just going to do a little swivel step, and you're going to step heel toe, and it's a gentle rock forward, and a gentle rock back, and then turn to the right. So the right toes come out as you turn. And that's it. And we just repeat it. So big breath in, step the left foot forward, but mostly out. Heel toe, rock forward, rock back, turn to the left. Big breath in, right foot forward, mostly to the side. Heel toe, rock forward, rock back, turn. Step the left foot forward, swivel step, heel toe, rock forward, rock back, turn. So practice a few more at your own pace. So it's just a gentle step, rock forward, rock back, and turn. Step, rock forward, rock back, turn. Step, rock forward, rock back, turn. So you're bending your knees as you rock. So when you step forward, the front knee bends, the back knee bends, and then you turn. And it's subtle, nice, subtle, and gentle. Rock forward, rock back, and turn. That's it. So now we'll try to do both, the arms and legs at once. Don't worry if you get confused right away. It is confusing. It's very confusing at first when you learn it. So we'll start with opening the Tai Chi. Turn this off. Okay, so here we go. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, open the Tai Chi, and then the right hand comes under the left as you gather. So all you're going to be doing is the same movements we just did. The waist guides the movement, the arms and legs follow. So you're going to step forward with the right foot as the right hand throws the frisbee. So the right hand moves with the right leg, heel toe, and then a rock forward, rock back, turn, and gather. Yep, big breath in, breathe out. The left hand moves with the left leg, heel toe, rock forward, rock back, turn, and gather. Big breath in, breathe out. Right hand moves with the right leg, heel toe, rock forward, rock back, turn, and gather. Big breath in. Exhale as you step forward to the left hand and the left foot move together. Rock forward, rock back, turn, and gather. Big breath in. Breathe out as you harmonize. Rock forward, rock back, turn, and gather. That's it. Practice a few more.
And turn. It still feels very awkward.
Yeah, it does feel awkward
Okay,
at first.
because I'm like, what's going on with this? Okay, turn.
And it's a slight turn. It's not like a big turn, right? Keep going, keep going.
Forward. Now I got one.
Yeah, and when you're stepping out, you can bend the knee too. So it doesn't have to be like a straight leg. It can be, but you're not doing a really big step either. So say like we just gathered on the left. So you're not doing like a big step. It's a small step. Heel toe. Rock forward, rock back, turn, and down. Now if you want to do a big step, you can. Drawing the knee up. That's just a little harder. You're working your core more that way. So you can do a big step, but you don't have to. Tai Chi is not nearly as rigid as some of the other practices of martial arts. Tai Chi is more about finding what feels good. But there is some form, right? So you're welcome to draw your right knee up higher if you want to challenge the balance more, if you want to work on the core. Yeah. That's the basic gist, harmonizing yin and yang. Cool. It takes practice. It takes practice.
It took me like 4 lessons to do this.
Yeah.
And I felt so like, why can't I do this?
Yeah, no, it takes practice. When you're learning the form, it's not all relaxing and easy. But once you've gotten the form down and then you practice, it starts to feel really meditative.
Yeah.
But learning it is the hard part. Cool. So we'll just do one more form today. This one isn't as complicated. This is called gathering yin and yang. So it's about like gathering chi from the earth and then gathering chi from divinity. It's a little more simple, but I think it feels really good. So you want to make your feet really wide, heels in, toes out. Then take a deep breath in, bend the knees, sink the hips. Imagine you're gathering healing energy from the earth. And then exhale, visualize sending this light to the heart. Big breath in, open the palms, imagine you're gathering chi from the ether. Exhale as you bring this light, this inspiration into the heart. Lower your hands in front of your heart. That's the move. We just repeat it. So big breath in, bend the knees, sink the hips. Gather chi from the earth. Exhale, send chi to the heart. Big breath in, gather chi from divinity. Exhale, send chi to the heart. Big breath in, gather from earth. Exhale, send this light to the heart. Big breath in, gather from divinity. Exhale, send to the heart. We'll just do 2 more. Big breath in. Long breath out. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Last one. Great. And then we're going to do the reverse of opening the Tai Chi. So bring your left foot to your right. And the right hand is a fist to represent yang, our masculine energy, logic, action, force, power, which we all have. And then our feminine energy, our yin, our compassion, our emotion, our grace. So the left hand wraps around the right fist to symbolize compassion tempers power and softness overcomes hardness. So take a big breath in. And exhale, maybe bow in gratitude for your practice. And I like to think of honoring the ancient lineage of this practice when I bow. And then just take a moment, stand comfortably with the eyes closed, finding a little stillness. And as you stand comfortably with the eyes closed, just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling, how your breath feels, how your body feels. And notice any subtle shifts in your mood, your mind, your energy. Maybe reflect on any intention you set for this practice. Whenever you're ready, you're welcome to open the eyes, ask me any questions, share any comments, concerns. Good work. I know that was your first class, so
Yes.
so it takes time. Learning the forms is the hardest part of practice. That's why I like to slowly ease into it. But there's other types of Tai Chi forms, just so you can see some of them. This is brush knee sen chi. So it's similar to harmonizing yin and yang, brush knee sen chi. And then this is cutting a path to clarity, where you're walking backwards, just so you can kind of get a sense of it. And then watching clouds pass is one of my favorites, where you step to the side, you're imagining your hands are clouds, watching as they pass. So it's all about slow, graceful, one continuous fluid movement. But just to kind of give you a flavor of the practice, it feels a little awkward usually at first.
Yeah.
And then the more you So
Yeah.
The first movement is the hardest. Once you get that, like, the rest.
The rest is, yeah. I can feel my rigidness when I'm and the reminders are helpful.
yeah,
Right? To just
yeah. Well, because when you're learning a new practice, it's easy to tense up because you have to focus. So it takes a conscious effort to relax. Like sometimes relaxing can be quite challenging.
yeah.
We're so programmed to get things done and to do things right too. So when you have the freedom, it's like, okay, it's okay to not get it right. Like this is just a practice. And you don't have to be so rigid. That's what I like about Tai Chi. It's not rigid, it's not strict. Yeah, there is technique,
Yeah.
right? And so that's my job to correct the technique. But it's nothing worth like stressing over.
Right.
It's all about just like finding a flow. So
So like when people practice on their own, is that like usually like a morning thing or something?
yeah, some people
Just
love to
do it?
practice in the morning because it kind of sets the tone for the day. It gets you, moving, gets you like connected to your body. So a lot of people love to practice in the morning. I personally enjoy it at night. I find it after the end of the day, it allows me to kind of like release stress and just kind of let go of the day and step into a different meditative zone. So I like it more at night, but some people like it more in the morning. It's whatever you feel like it.
Would you
Really.
go through the whole sequence of starting with the breathing and the tapping and,
Yeah.
and just do the whole
That's a
thing?
great practice to do in the morning.
Yeah.
It does help wake you up.
Then when I start incorporating now that at least I'm closed.
Yeah. It helps wake you up. It helps you feel grounded and connected to your body. So throughout the day you feel more present and more centered and kind of focused and in tune with what's going on. A lot of times throughout the day we don't take the time to ask, okay, how am I feeling about this, right? So if you do these types of practices, whether it be Tai Chi or yoga in the morning, you start feeling a little more connected to how you're feeling, physically, mentally, emotionally, So you're bringing a sense of greater awareness. So you're more aware of, and also it's a practice of not just aware of how you're feeling, but aware of everything going on around you. So there's a lot of practical benefits in your daily life. You can take these types of practices and they can influence your life in meaningful ways, but all of that just takes a lot of time and practice. So yeah.
I just love the calmness.
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah.
And I'm not a calm guy.
For someone who's a beginner, is there something that you would recommend, like daily practicing in your day-to-day?
Yeah, you don't have to practice it every day to get it. But I do have a video if you want to practice the 5 form. We didn't go through all 5 today though, but it's free. It's on YouTube. It's just on Yoga Flow with Kim. You can find Tai Chi Easy 5 form on there. But yeah, a little bit of practice a day is certainly beneficial. But if you were to come once a week, it would start to click in. Yeah. So if you come next week, we'll focus more on the other forms. But I at least hope the beginning is nice and relaxing and calming.
It is.
So
Yes. Like my coordination is like.
yeah, and that's why you come, right?
When you get my age, that's why you come. You want the coordination,
Yeah.
Balance is really important.
Right.
Yeah, balance and coordination. Yeah. You start feeling more in control of your body, and then you start feeling more in control of your thoughts and more aware of your thoughts. And it has a whole like transformative thing. I could talk about it forever. But no, great job. Your first class. That was great. I also teach yoga here Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. I teach a Vinyasa yoga.
Yeah.
So that's more active than Tai Chi. So sometimes I used to have students that would take like the active yoga and then they come to Tai Chi because they're sort of complementary. But feel free to, come to anything.
Yeah. But so far, because of work, like I normally do the weekends.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing your class and like I really want to try it out and learn more about the practice. So
Yeah, good for you for trying something new too. It's people sometimes just step out of their comfort zone. Like, what is it? This is unusual.
Yeah.
So just the fact that you are willing to kind of step out of your comfort zone, it's really great.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the rest of this beautiful day.
It is
It's like nice and sunny outside.
I know. I just came back from New York. That's where I'm originally from, and it's freezing.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah, New York. Yeah, New York is totally different vibe. It's way
Yeah.
faster paced. I've been there. So, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's nice and it's not nearly as cold in New York.
Where did you grow up?
New York City. Yeah.
Where, my daughter lives up
Okay. Manhattan. Okay.
Yeah.
Over.
She's from here. She grew up here.
Okay.
But I grew up right outside of New York, so I was
Okay.
familiar with it in the dark and dangerous 70s.
It's still dark and dangerous.
You gotta be careful, but you gotta be aware, but it's a lot safer than it used to be.
Yeah.
Less icky. Different places.
Thank you so much.
Great to meet you.
Same here. You guys have a wonderful
Take care. I feel like we keep getting like new students who'll try it out and then they're like, oh, I want to come back. But I also feel
It's
like
a hard time, I think, for a lot of people. Just a little bit Sunday because
Sunday, because people do like, you know, fun stuff. They go
Yeah.
out and like, yeah, I get it.
I don't do fun stuff.
But thanks for always being flexible. If you know, Stacy's policy is we have to have at least 2. So
Well, I tried to look on the app. It's hard to say if there were 2 signed up because that green line just changes.
well, as
But it
long as
doesn't
you don't,
say,
yeah.
It doesn't say how many are signed up.
as long as you don't get a notification
Right.
an hour before, it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Stacy will send it at least an hour before. Sometimes she'll cancel it earlier if it's just one person.
Right.
But we had her signed up like way in advance, so and I understand her policy. I feel bad as a student, you know, because it's like I want to teach, even if one person. I'm fine with just teaching one person, but as a business, I get her. Makes sense. So we'll see how it goes, but maybe she'll come back next week.
You had somebody online, so that counts, doesn't it?
Yes, that counts too. Virtual.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about yoga. It seems, I've tried it before, it felt painful.
Oh yeah, if you're
Just
pushing.
like, where it's like, ow, my elbow hurts, it's on the floor.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yoga. The thing with yoga is there's so many different styles. So if you're doing like Vinyasa yoga, it's gonna be a lot more active than like restorative stretch.
Yeah, which
So
I come to someone saying for that.
Yeah, and restorative stretch should feel good, but you also have to kind of honor your edge, right? So if you're stretching and you're trying to like stretch as deep as your neighbor, or stretch as deep as the teacher, and if you're not there yet, you could injure yourself.
Well, like I watch you and you really lift your legs, so I'm like, okay.
That doesn't mean, yeah, I know.
I have to not do that.
I realized I was doing that, and I was like, oh wait, no, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
That's like the difference between like a yoga teacher doing a split and then telling your students go as deep as you can without strain, So you want to feel some resistance, but not strain, not pain. So it's about finding your unique edge, is what they call it in yoga.
Yeah, then learning all those different words. I have enough trouble with English. Okay, well thank you. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Great to see you. Take care.
You'll be on TV this week anywhere?
No,
No
I'll let you know though.
Yeah, like send out a text or something. I love keeping up with people.
Yeah, I'll definitely let you know. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Alright, anyone watching virtually, feel free to ask me any questions if you have them. Now's the time to ask if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Usually when I do virtual classes, I don't but we didn't have like a large class today, so I had enough space to set up a virtual camera. So that's why I figured I might as well see if anybody wants to tune in virtually while I teach these in-person students. Looks like there's Merlith still there, and Mopar. I think that's funny. Melissa, she's currently doing her invisible pose. It's very difficult. You have to stand perfectly still. So yeah, I had to step away for a minute. Need those socks that have rubber nubs at the bottom. Yeah, those socks can be helpful. Merlith, Mopar, do y'all have any questions about the Tai Chi? Sorry there wasn't sound during yoga. Oh, also, both of you, just so you know, on our Real Takes and Movie Breaks channel, I know we mentioned doing our Star Trek 3 Thursday night. We're going to have to move it to Wednesday night. So you should be receiving a notification about that pretty soon. Any questions, y'all? Merlith and Mopar, I'm glad you could join. Yep, no worries. You don't need to ask me anything unless you have anything. If you think of anything later, just like questions about these practices, feel free to comment and ask later, and I'll respond as soon as possible. I'm glad you like the meditative aspect, Mopar. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad you were able to follow along some, Merlith. Yeah, Mopar, there is a yoga video on my channel called Yoga for Tennis Players. My dog was concerned there was something wrong with you. Yeah, if you're doing like unusual movements, if you have a pet, yeah, that happens a lot. Your pet's like, what are you doing? What is this weird practice? Well, Merlith and Mopar, I'm glad you were able to follow along a little bit. I hope you found it interesting and relaxing. Ooh, yoga for divers. That's a great suggestion, Mopar. That's your new resting position, Merlith? Well, as long as you're comfortable. All right, y'all. Well, I have to go. I'm actually doing a podcast here in just a little bit. Oh, Mopar, I know you tuned into my podcast channel. I changed it to Wonder and Whimsy because I'm going to be doing podcasts with a variety of guests now. So it won't just be like me and that one guy. It'll be a variety. It's called Wonder and Whimsy now. So... But it's great to see you, Merlith and Mopar. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see y'all again soon, maybe Wednesday night for our Star Trek stream. Your kitty got confused. Yeah, that happens a lot. Well, thanks for tuning in, my friends. I hope to see y'all soon. Take care, okay?